Tell me what makes you happy.
Welcome to another installment of Talking That Talk. I go by the name of King X in the suit, aka X.
What's going on? It's your boy Juice, aka No Ordinary Brother, aka a Rising Pharaoh, aka. Hey, look at this thing. He always be trying to shine on me, y'all. He be trying to shine on me, y'all.
It's a light day, you know what I mean? It's a light day, you know what I mean? So, today we're going to talk about a current event, something that I finally saw the full video of.
Okay, that's what we doing.
So, I'm going to call this one Free the Homie Karen. You know what I mean? Hey, Karen ain't do nothing wrong.
He said free the homie Karen.
Like a G.
Hey, man, he said the homie
Free the homie
Karen.
Karen. That's what we're going to call
Yeah, free Karen. Okay.
Juice, I'm gonna let you tackle this one first. Based on the entire footage that you saw,
Okay.
was Karen wrong or was the black people involved wrong?
Oh, man.
Let's keep it 100.
We gotta keep it 100, man. All right, so look. When I seen the video, y'all ever notice that they'll do snippets of the drama first, right? The drama was, hey, she put out the gun, she pointed at the black people. I was like, oh, man, what's up with this bitch? Then, days later, you finally see the whole clip. And I was like, oh, man, this looks totally different, you know? Propaganda sells. Drama sells. So, as I'm observing the video, I'm like, it started off like she said she bumped into her 15-year-old daughter. Now, one thing we don't know yet, unless they ever let out footage of the inside, we don't know if she accidentally bumped into her or she incidentally bumped into her or, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. But what really caught my attention was like, I noticed they kept on trying to shove it down her throat. Like, hey, you need to apologize. You need to apologize. Now, I don't know if y'all ever noticed, there's always a sense of satisfaction that people don't have that they'll keep pushing until they receive it, right? So they kept pushing the agenda like, hey, you didn't apologize. You're racist, that case. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to play the role that you would play for the situation, whether it was good or bad. But at the same time, people are trying to be at their natural selves. So as I'm watching the video, she finally gets in the car. The husband gets out and, lets her get in. But one thing I don't think people ever just really just want to understand is like, we don't never observe our tonality, our body language and the uses of language, right? So if I keep calling you motherfucker, I'll beat your ass up. I don't know if I would stay calm. That's another different thing. I was like, hey, you're trying to keep things on the calm and cool collective level. You know what I'm saying? And that's hostility, right? So she kept her composure, but I do want to address that. We got to also watch our tonality, the way we speak to people, how we engage. That is either going to fuel or escalate a situation or it's going to decrease the situation. And sometimes it never even matters what it does if a person has a set agenda of what they want to get done. So sometimes it doesn't matter. So like I said, keep watching the video. She tells the husband, hey, I'm gonna beat his white ass too. I was like, God damn, like how many asses you gonna beat today? So, I'm like, at the same time, I'm also observing the daughter, the way she's talking. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't feel like kids should actually hop in those type of situations and influence the mother or the parent to act in such a manner. You know what I'm saying? Nobody owes you apology for shit. People bump into me. I might be like, hey, excuse you. They might not say nothing. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to push that subject down. I don't know where people are getting the agenda that it needs to be acted on, whether you do something wrong or mistakenly. You got to do things right then and there. I think people are starting to shove it in their face. And more than anything with this, it's definitely a race war going on with these videos that are surfacing. People are getting rowdy on both sides and both ends, meaning like black people are tense on white people. White people are afraid of black people from what the media keeps projecting out. Not the good ever. Let's put that out there. It's never the good. It's always the rioting, the shoplifting. They're doing shit like that. So we got to look at how the country is looking at the world right now. So as she's trying to leave, quote unquote, she was trying to get to a car. But it clearly looks like she got behind the car because she was waiting for some type of conflict. So when the car, you know what I'm saying, with the whatever happened, she got hit or she swung at the car when it was backing up trying to leave. I felt that shit was totally unnecessary. If she would have stayed on the sidewalk while they were trying to reverse and leave, that's when it should have ended. Like I said, it's 2 times that whole argument should have ended. First, when she bumped into it, she could have apologized immediately, and that probably would have de-escalated the whole situation, right? So the second time was when she got in the car, she's leaving. You see she doesn't want no type of conflict. She's not ready for that smoke. You feel? If you want to just keep it real, she's not ready for the smoke. She wants to de-escalate. She says, I'm sorry, I'm not racist. And that's another thing. We got to stop just calling people racist and then referring them to Trump. There's a very psychological thing going on right now. If you're racist, you're a Trump supporter. If you're a Trump supporter, then you're racist. If a black person supports Trump, he's a coon. Now, it's people are tying those 2 words together, so they got to be in support or correlation. We don't even know if that person might have been Democrat. It's just automatically, yeah, these Trump supporters been doing. I'm like, God damn. You don't even know what the fuck that person is. But it's so registered in our brain now because that's all you're seeing, right? So let's get on with the story. So by the time she pulled out the gun and was like, back off, I'm going to be honest, bro. She had every right to do that, to defend herself by any means necessary. Yes, I use Malcolm X for that shit. She has any right to defend her by any means necessary. So before I pass it off to X, I'm going to go ahead and tell my story, right? I was in the same situation before. It was my homeboy, and it was 2 chicks with us, right? We went out somewhere. I forgot if my homeboy stepped on a shoe or one of the dudes was trying to holler at one of the females that we saw through, holler, talk, converse, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And what happened was, I guess they didn't like what happened. So we're in the little club or whatever, and we get approached like, hey, man, so-and-so, this happened. I said, hey, look, I apologize for the whole situation. I don't know what happened. We just here to have a good time. We don't want to disturb nobody. And everybody was just like, it was like, hey, look, man, we just try to have fun. Hey, we apologize. My bad. Everybody said something, even the women, right? Like I said, I don't even know what happened. All I know is by the time we was about to get ready to leave, all of a sudden it's like 5 people behind this nigga. I'm like, man, bro, I just want to get home. So I'm headed to the car, right? I'm gonna get on the driver's side, and I'm not looking back, but I'm peeping my visual, and I can see these people are behind us now. And my homeboy gets to the car, and the girls get in. I say, hey, we're about to get ready to leave. I need y'all to be ready in case anything happens. So I'm trying to reverse these niggas behind my car, and I'm like, yo, can y'all move? And like I said, there's a sense of satisfaction that people have that they must get in order for them to leave a situation alone. We already apologized. We already said we're sorry. Leave us the fuck alone because we're trying to avoid conflict. So after they didn't want to leave, I said, hey, look, I need you to get in the driver's seat right now. He said, why? All I did was literally go into my seat, pull my pistol out, and I made niggas back the fuck up. And that's exactly what happened. She tried to avoid conflict, leave on a peaceful manner. I have the right to defend myself. Now, people's like, hey, it's extreme to take off your gun. Nigga, I took out that gun, that motherfucker back the fuck up. All of them. Nobody wanted to do anything after that. You going like, my thing is this. If you're with me, I'd rather have my life taken than to have anybody die around me or say I didn't do nothing to protect them. Everybody's different when it comes to situations like that. Maybe y'all would, I don't know. Like I said, for my end, nobody looks at that situation like, hey, nah, you was right for that. You was trying to make sure everybody's getting home, everybody's protected, but everybody's safe. But for the situation that was dealing with, quote unquote, Karen, I was like, nobody's looking at that. She blocked her from leaving. She said she's sorry. She tried to prevent a conflict. What the fuck is the difference? That's all I got, man.
Okay. So, pretty much, I gotta agree 100%. When I seen the video, the chick, she apologized twice. She even apologized when they was in the car, and it looked like, the black chick stopped her from leaving. So, it's a difference when innocent black people get into situations and white people are racist and their lives get taken, because they was just black, they didn't do anything wrong. However, when you got the nigga, that's a whole different black person, When you got the nigga that's in full nigga mode,
That's two different mentalities, y'all. We just want to know what
When
it
are
was.
we gonna draw the line and be like, yo, that they was out of line on that one? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, and this gonna tackle something else. Like, when is enough for certain black people? The nigga. When is an apology just good enough? When? You know what I'm saying? So it come with that mentality of like, if I go out and me and you somewhere, and we get into a situation, and I can easily calm the situation down by letting it go, by being quiet. You know what I'm saying? By walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I don't do that, I pop the nigga in the mouth and fight break out, guns get drawn, Juice get killed, I live. That's gonna be on my conscience forever. That I could have easily calmed the situation down versus, nah, fuck that. Fuck that mentality. So let's say Karen did pull out the gun like she did, and let's say she started firing off anyway. Then the narrative to the story is, oh, another black person got killed. It was racist, a white person with a gun, but sometimes we so comfortable with that story that we stop actually looking at the stories.
Black Lives Matters would have been all over that.
We stop breaking down the stories and seeing what was the root of the problem. Who did what first? Where did it escalate? You can't automatically look at a situation and think that just because a white person is involved with a gun, then they automatically wrong. Are we not being 100? Like, we are black people. Are we not saying that niggas don't do nigga shit? Do we not pull guns on each other when niggas do nigga shit? I think we do. We fight when niggas do nigga shit. We fight over parking spots. We fight over LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. We'll fight over that.
Debates, man. Debates.
Just because somebody disagree with you and you don't know how to handle that they have a disposition. So we're going to tackle the nigga shit in this. This is why Karen needs to be free, because Karen, she probably don't know how to deal with nigga shit. Karen seen some nigga shit coming and that gun came out. Karen not finna go for the nigga shit.
She didn't want the smoke.
But we can't justify niggas being niggas.
Not at all.
And then terrorizing other groups of people when they say, hold the fuck up, something ain't right with this energy. The energy needs to be corrected. You know how many fucking black families torn apart because somebody's apology wasn't good enough to their cousin?
Oh, man.
You ain't seen your cousin in fucking 12 years because I'm sorry wasn't good enough for your mama? We gotta kill this mentality of not handling situations properly. Because at the end of the day, if something would have happened to her daughter, I don't care what color the person is behind that trigger, that would have been on you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep that 100. So I feel like Karen, okay, pulling out a gun may have been whatever, but if your survival instinct is kicked in, somebody won't let you leave, what do? You gotta get out that situation.
Definitely.
So I don't want it to be like where every black person get fucked up in a situation. We're now gonna become the victim because we're used to being the victim. So we automatically gonna be the victim. White person automatically gonna be wrong. So what you're doing is you shitting on the grave of every black person that actually died for no reason. When you go out there and be stupid and then scream racism once it's all over. If I curse a motherfucker out because they do something like that, either I'm ready to fight or I'm ready to shoot. You can't put yourself and people around you in that kind of position. They pull out a gun, you ain't got nothing but your cell phone. The fuck you doing all that for if the only thing you had was a cell phone? You can't do that. So I'm gonna say, if you gonna make those kind of moves, you have to be responsible for however far it go, because you can't depict what the next person gonna do, because you don't want to let something go. So I'm gonna tackle that elephant. We're gonna convert this back to the nigga. So where do you think this energy that some black people have to where they just can't let shit go come from?
It could be early as childhood. It could be early as it could be early as relationships, because this is the main thing. I'm gonna give you a relationship situation. Let's say I'm wrong for a situation and I apologize to my girlfriend, like, hey, I'm sorry. Well, I need something more. I don't feel like you're sorry enough. Like, hey, look, we gonna always keep it real on here, baby. We gonna always keep it real. Hey, look, we gonna take this. That's why I said it's a certain satisfaction that people look for to want to be met for them to leave a situation alone. Oh, like, all right, baby, like, what I gotta do? I need to know it's sincere. Look, I get on my knees. Look, hey, baby, I'm sorry. I apologize for my action as a man, and you're my woman. I'll make sure I do more in the future. That ain't enough. and then let's say I want to just walk out the room to get some air. She gonna want to stop me. Nah, you ain't going nowhere. We're gonna talk about that. But nothing is satisfaction. Now that was a man to woman. Now let me do woman to man, right? You have women who have men who just like flat out just they just flat out like don't understand shit, very insecure, or they want to block the woman for doing more, right? A woman come in and be like, "Hey, look, I just want you to be a better man to me, and let's get the ball rolling." He might be like, "Man, look, man, what more do you want me to do? I'm your man, I do what I can." See, that do what I can shit is pathetic. I'm not gonna lie, it's pathetic. Because a woman's only getting at you in that manner to want to bring the best out of you. Instead of men being like, man, she be chipping, she want me to do more around the house, da da da. She just want to see how much are you willing to do for her. It's the satisfaction you can bring out in her and de-escalate things in the future. That's why I said earlier in one of my podcast episodes, people want to know why people talk to other people about other things, because there's a different satisfaction they can get and be calm and come back into the household and be ready for the newest thing versus arguing with you. These escalating conflict is about to happen. Like I said, it's that satisfaction that you feel like what has happened is not good enough. Now, I can also relate this in another subject before I give it back to you. I'd had a family member burn me 3 times, right? And every time it happened, like, hey, they family, you're supposed to let that back. Hey, it's family, you're supposed to let that back. Hey, look, it's family. Now, after that, it's different because everybody say family and people outside the household are way different. So you should give family way more chances, right? So now when this individual comes around me, this is why it's no longer satisfying me when he apologized, because I already been through it 3 times. So that's why if a person apologizes after burning you 3 times, that's when I'll be like, that type of satisfaction, just apologize is not enough. That's the only time I would personally say, like, hey, for me, after going through that type of pain, after just helping the homie out, money, transportation, whatever it was, conversations, things to put into this person's life, and they burn you 3 times, and your family's just like, hey, it's family. Don't worry about it. We're going to keep making things happen. No, that's when the apology is no longer satisfying. It's now you got to prove by actions. Don't tell me nothing. Yeah, that's all I got for it.
Okay, so let's do it like this. Me personally, I feel like this mentality started right there in that parking lot with all niggas. You had a 15-year-old girl witnessing how an adult handles situations. It starts right there. It's very simple. If you see the adults around you get into situations and behave irresponsibly and irate, you follow those same trends because this is what you see growing up.
Family,
no matter how small
friends.
it is, no matter how big it is, this is how you see certain people handle situations. So when it's your turn, you like, hell no, I ain't letting that shit ride. Fuck that.
Fuck that. We all ride.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I know. So if you see that type of ignorant shit 24/7 as a kid, you're thinking, okay, this is how it's supposed to go. So keeping it relatable, I think that's where it starts, right there in the household. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have a lot of situations that can easily be solved with communication. And the communication is not relevant to the situation, to some people's maturity level. So the only thing they know how to do is act a fucking fool. Curse, yell, scream, do the whole shebang.
Bust out a window.
It's like you arguing with your chick, like you say, you try to leave. Why is that the worst thing a nigga can do in a fight with a female, is try to leave? Then you get your arm pulled, your shirt ripped, all some kind of shit.
Hey,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? She outside called because you want to leave. It's a mental illness with certain people and leaving situations alone. It's like they don't want to. It's like they're so magnified to the drama and everything that come with it that letting it go is just totally impossible.
It's a satisfaction.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
bad enough you do this type of shit on your own, but when you do that shit in front of a kid, now you're showing the younger generation how to act.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say where it stops. It stops with people being logical about what they see. Take out the race, take out everything else, and look at it logically. How many of y'all would act like that with y'all kid around?
Let's keep it 100. Nah.
That ain't.
I mean, as parents, me and you,
It ain't. Because anything can happen, just like anything damn near happen right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
So they get arrested, they go to jail, they bail out. So we don't want to abuse the little bit of inch of space of equality that they're trying to give us in the media.
Okay.
By arresting some of these white people. Not all of them, but just a tinge, just a little. We can't abuse that by going out there and being fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's somebody that probably should be somebody white that's really racist, really out there putting in work. They need to be trying to arrest them, but you out here doing this bullshit.
Begging people on, man.
And I'm going to take it a bit further. The fact that they were shopping at the same place lets me know that these white people probably wasn't even wealthy or on that higher level that we always want to put white people on. They probably was just common people just like them. They probably lived in the same area.
Looked like there was at a dining restaurant, I think. It looked like the way they came out, and it was like the patio was set up. I mean, I thought it looked like food, maybe.
That's just some shit I seen. Then the husband came out the car. He said what he said, and people they got offended by that. But
I was like, you can't.
If somebody's cursing out your wife,
yeah, I was like, you talking about language, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause look, man. Cause look, I don't know if you ever been in situations like that, bro. Like with dating somebody. Like exactly. It's like if you want to be the person that secured the situation, all you're trying to do is get that person in the car and go. Now, depending on your woman, when you're just trying to protect her, she either gonna influence that shit or you know what I'm saying, decrease that shit. Meaning she gonna be like, what kind of fucking man are you? You just gonna let them talk to me like that? Versus, hey baby, I appreciate you just getting us out of that situation. You gotta pay attention who you around that influence you when situations like that pop off. Just like in high school, riding with the homies, anything like that. There was always a person like, say, man, I don't think you should do that versus, nah, man, fuck that. We ain't letting shit slide. Wrong or right, we ride. And I'm like, yo, nigga, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? I had a crazy situation. Like I said, I'm always relate stories. People like stories. I remember I was in high school at Charlotte, man. And my essay homeboy named Pebbles, right? He came up to me. He was like, hey man, there's these guys that's out there messing with us, so we're not doing nothing. I go out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me go holler at them real quick. I go out there. They just happen to be
Wait, how old was you?
Man, look.
How old was you?
About 18.
All right. Okay.
About 18.
I thought you want to say, yeah, I was like 14. I went out there and handled business.
Hey, look. Now I'm talking about this story, man.
Okay,
high school we was wild, but this is a crazy story. This is when I gotta let the right thing set in. So middle of that, I identified a guy. You know, he's part of this sort of organization. I'm part of this organization. Basically, we all connected. We all connected. So I go holler at the homie. I was like, hey man, what's going on, bro? He's like, hey man, they trying to jump me. I said, even in my heart, I'm like, bro, that don't sound right. I know them very well. Like, if you ever notice the difference between when you get older, it's like when you're in high school, blacks are with blacks, Hispanics are with Hispanics, whites are with whites. So they're over there, and I go holler at this, like, hey, they trying to jump you. Like, nah, we ain't trying to jump. We don't even know this dude. We ain't never been around him. Okay. More people get called out of like, man, they trying to jump me. Now it's, you got Bloods, you got Crips, you got people from his hood. They all coming over to fight for him because he said he about to get jumped. The bell rings. Everybody goes to class. I holler at the dude. I said, hey, what really happened that day? He was like, man, I just wanted to fight. So I was like, bro, you really got my homeboy almost hit up right now in front of everybody. And it's people because you just wanted to fight. Like I said, it's always that influence. I told the dude, I was like, bro, I wouldn't even fight with you. You just wanted to fight just to do shit. That's what I'm saying. It's always people that's gonna influence things for you just to do it, versus you just being like, nah, that shit was stupid. So that always, like I said, that always plays a key to anything. You gotta watch who's giving you information, how you receiving information. That's why if you ever notice, they always categorize things the way it is. A gentleman in that situation, he's going to do everything to prevent, keep himself at a soft tone, and make sure his wife is secure and get the fuck out. A nigga in that situation, he going to make sure his woman's secure, and he going to handle business. Or he might not just give a fuck. So just be careful how you go about situations. Think at it like, what am I putting at risk, and what am I keeping dear to me? Meaning, like, the biggest thing me Mark ever said, my fault, X, is the things that people don't appreciate is just making it back home. Versus, it's a difference between waking up, but making it back home is a whole different thing. That's all I got.
All right. So, I think we tackled that whole Karen situation. You know what I'm saying? That's enough on that.
Free Karen.
Free homie, you know what I mean? I already know they're going to hate that one, but that's cool. So, another one I wanted to slide in on the current event note was, what's the group of black dudes that
oh, man.
held up
The NFAC.
NAFs?
I mean, say it, cameraman. If you know what it is, go ahead and say it, man.
I'm about to say, is it the NFAC?
Yeah. We got a cameraman, y'all. We doing big things, baby. Hey, Quinn. Hey, we got another voice, baby.
Yeah, so how did that make you feel seeing that, you know, those black men took a stance, you know, they was armed properly? Like, what did that do for you as a black man? As
a black man, it showed me that sometimes it's time for you to take action. It's somebody, like they said, we don't start, but we finish. You know, that type of mentality. I feel like it's definitely time for us to take up for the black community, the black man and woman. Oh, we got to touch the black woman. I don't know if we're going to do it on this same segment, but we got to talk about that too.
As soon as we end this one, we'll go to that.
Look, we already got something back to back, baby.
We don't write it down. We don't write it.
Yeah, we will write it, man. So it's the fact that you have people willing to protect their community by arming it, by throwing funds in it, economically building it up. That's something powerful. I respect those brothers and sisters, because it was women out there too. So like I said, I respect those brothers and sisters. I feel like that's what we need to actually see now, is that, hey, if they're going to respond with violence, we're going to counteract and meet them on their own grounds. Let them know, like, see, that's the thing. When you're at your home territory, wherever you are, and you talking shit and somebody pull up, they let you know, hey, look, it can go down right now. It's like you got to prepare. It's like, hey, look, we just responding to what y'all said. Right on. If you bout it, we bout it. Right. And we all ride. Right. Whoa.
Hey, man, cut his mic off.
Cut his mic off. Hey, where my chef at, man?
Hey. But look, though, so seriously, though, like, as a black man, that was defining, I think, for our generation, because we never really seen that. We wasn't here to see the Black Panthers. We wasn't here to see, you know what I'm saying, all these people take their stands.
Yeah.
We didn't see Malcolm X. We didn't see none of that. So for us to see that, I think it was pretty powerful, because now you reverse the imagery that they portray. They portray black men as being weak, being pussies, being homosexuals, being whatever besides being hard up, strict, being dominant. Mm-hmm. You don't really see those images too much. And that's no disrespect to people that are homosexual. It's just saying that they prefer to see one image over the other.
Definitely.
So even if you are part of the LGBT community or whatever, I think if we're going to keep it all the way 100, the same respect that you want people to give you isolated for your sexuality, give it to black people just because of their gender, just because of their ethnicity, just because of their race, just because of them being a black male. If you want people to sympathize with you, you got to sympathize with others. So the sympathy that we're talking about is that they never want us to see things like that, because that's not what they want us to perpetuate. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to be a G, you want to put in work, you want to do this, hey, they'll let you have that. No problem. They'll let you do that. But if you just want to be militant and take a stand for your own shit, then all of a sudden it's negative. So finally seeing that and not seeing so much of the marching and begging and pleading and crying and seeing some black men come together and say, we're going to do this the right way. We're going to match force with force.
Fire with fire, god damn it.
I loved it. Best shit I've seen all year.
Yeah, man. Look.
So we're going to rock out on this one. We're going to follow up with another segment, y'all. We out.
We out, baby. Peace. Hey, look, man, Cameron, where the music at, man? I lied.
Cause my ninth grade teacher said I wouldn't be shit, wouldn't be nothing. Working in middle of wage and cooking, make muffins.